Welcome to Stegman Coliseum in Athens, Georgia, SEC Network women's basketball tonight as the 12th-ranked LSU Tigers have come to town to take on the Georgia Lady Bulldogs. And good evening, I'm Matt Stewart, joined by former Georgia All-SEC Anne-Marie Armstrong. And Anne-Marie, for the first time since the 2010-11 season, LSU is 0-2 in the conference, and just the first time ever in Coach Kim Mulkey's career that she's had a team that's 0-2 in the conference. Facing a Georgia team, 1-1, had to come back from 19 down on Sunday to beat Texas A&M in overtime.
That's right, LSU 0-2, looking for their first SEC win against Georgia, who battled hard back against Texas A&M. It's going to be a fun, competitive battle here in Stegman.
LSU superstar Flau'jae Johnson battling an ankle injury, just the second scoreless game of her career on Sunday in their loss at Vandy. They need a big game from her tonight.
That's right, Flau'jae Johnson, 14.1 points per game, 9 points away from reaching 1,800 points, which will put her at 9th in LSU history. She is a force to be reckoned with and really can get to the basket. Georgia's got to stop her in transition. Playing
in her home state tonight, she started Sprayberry High School in Atlanta. She's got 22 friends and family in attendance, and they've already made their presence felt here in pregame. For Georgia, Danny Carnegie came to the SEC, wanted to compete in this conference, and she has not disappointed, averaging 23.5 points per game in her first two conference games.
That's right, huge pickup in the transfer portal for the University of Georgia from Georgia Tech. She is averaging 23.5 points per game, third in the SEC, averaging 9 rebounds as a guard. Danny Carnegie will be huge today in the battle between the guards of LSU and Georgia.
And Anne-Marie out of Las Vegas. Turner pulls up at the foul line and hit the jumper.
Great job by Trinity Turner getting to her spot in transition. Georgia with another bucket.
She has scored both buckets for Georgia so far. Koval initiates the contact. That will be an offensive foul.
Koval heads to the basket. Too much contact for the planted Woolfolk. And great job by Mia Woolfolk drawing the charge on Koval. One of the keys today for Georgia is Mia Woolfolk staying out of foul trouble. Georgia needs her on the court.
Substitutions for both teams as Savannah Henderson comes in for Georgia. Indoor comes out, and Koval comes off the floor for LSU, and Joyner comes in. Turcoff comes around the screen, being guarded closely by Johnson, or pardon me, Williams. Turcoff fouled on the shot.
Good job by Riley Turcoff. She's a three-point shooter. She shoots well from three. Hasn't seen many go in, so great job taking it to the basket, getting fouled, and she'll have the opportunity for two from the free throw line.
Grace Knox was called for the foul. That's 2 team fouls now on LSU. And there's Turcoff. As we mentioned, only 4 points per game in conference play. Overall, averaging 10.4 points per game. And missed the first free throw, and she's been Georgia's best free throw shooter. Coach Katie Abrahamson Henderson, 4th season as Georgia's head coach. As we mentioned, their best start since the 2009-2010 season, now has a record of 62-50. They've already won more games this year than they did last year and the season before that. Knox on the drive, tossed it up there. She's gotten off to a poor start, and she's 0 for 3. Turcoff fouled again.
Georgia doing a great job in transition, getting good looks. Good job to Riley Turcoff. Runs in transition. Trinity Turner gives her a great pass in transition. Here we'll see it again. Good look ahead. Riley Turcoff, good little fake in the air. A little bit too much contact there from Malaysia Fuaili.
13 on the shot clock as Georgia inbounds coming out of the timeout. Woolfolk is left open just outside the foul line and hit the jumper.
Great find by Gonzalez, goes off the screen. The post stayed a little bit too long. She rewards Woolfolk at the top of the key, who hits a long two.
She's averaging 12.2 points per game. Another wild shot taken by Knox. A miss up close by LSU. They're the #1 offensive rebounding team in the entire country, and Flau'jae Johnson finally stuck it in for him. Savannah, top of the circle, missed the three. And here comes Flau'jae. She's very fast, runs down the floor and scoops it in. Turkoff on the drive, ends up on the floor. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll be LSU's ball.
Wiley in transition. She is quick. She gets in front of everyone, finishes an easy bucket, and Georgia's got to communicate and get stops in transition.
6-0 run for the Tigers over the last 75 seconds. And Wolfhook sticks it in on the turnaround.
Great read. She's getting double. She goes away from it, and a beautiful fadeaway jumper for Wolfhook.
She has 4 of Georgia's 11. Ball goes inside to Joyner, and she traveled.
Georgia doing a great job executing on the offensive end. They get it into their big Wolfhook, who reverse pivots out of a double team and hits a big fadeaway jumper.
1996 Naismith College Player of the Year, one of 3 Lady Bulldogs to win the National Player of the Year honors, waving to the crowd between quarters.
She has so many honors: SEC Player of the Year, SEC Female Athlete of the Year, and as you mentioned, Naismith College Player of the Year in 1996. One of the all-time greats, led Georgia to multiple Final Fours. Great to see her in attendance here, cheering on her Lady Bulldogs. Flau'jae with a strong finish, taking it into the basket. A little bit of contact there, but she does a phenomenal job using her athletic ability, her length, as well as her speed to get to the basket.
And by and large, they're going over the screens, so they're not giving Georgia much space on those screens. Flau'jae again gets in there, missed off the back iron. Battle for the ball. Gonzalez comes out of there with it. Pass to Carnegie. Nicely done. That ends an 11-0 drought. It'll be Georgia's ball.
Georgia doing a good job in transition. Gonzalez to Carnegie for 2. Georgia fighting back, down 12.
Less than 90 seconds left here in the first quarter. Richard got the layup, banked it in high off the glass. 14-point lead again for LSU. Wolfhook, the turnaround, fouled on the play and one. Koval will be called for the foul, and Wolfhook goes to the line for a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play.
Wolfhook takes it straight at Kate Koval, 6'5" for LSU. Fade away from the short corner, and it's nothing but smiles for Mia Wolfhook as she'll head to the line for a chance at an and one. Georgia will really have to hone in on these guards for LSU if they want a chance to come back and win.
The speed of Flau'jae Johnson is really problematic for Georgia.
Her ability to score, taking it to the basket. She's hit a few jumpers, and then you mix that in with Flau'jae Johnson's length and athletic ability. She can take you to the bucket. She can finish tough shots. Here you see another tough move. Spin, step back. And as I mentioned, Georgia has a tough battle on the defensive end to mark these LSU guards.
Anne-Marie, fun first half. LSU goes to the locker room up 10.
That's right. LSU took the lead there in the first quarter. Georgia has battled back, has started to get some momentum, some stops. Georgia will need to lock in on defense here in the second half.
It'll be Georgia's ball.
Georgia doing a good job in transition. Gonzalez to Carnegie for two. Georgia fighting back, down 12.
Less than 90 seconds left here in the first quarter. Richard got the layup, banked it in high off the glass. 14-point lead again for LSU. Woolfolk, the turnaround, fouled on the play and one. Coble will be called for the foul, and Woolfolk goes to the line for a chance at the old-fashioned three-point play.
Woolfolk takes it straight at Kate Coble, 6'5" for LSU. Fade away from the short corner, and it's nothing but smiles for Mia Woolfolk as she'll head to the line for a chance at an and one. Georgia will really have to hone in on these guards for LSU if they want a chance to come back and win.
The speed of Flau'jae Johnson is really problematic for Georgia.
Her ability to score, taking it to the basket. She's hit a few jumpers, and then you mix that in with Flau'jae Johnson's length and athletic ability. She can take you to the bucket. She can finish tough shots. Here you see another tough move. Spin, step back. And as I mentioned, Georgia has a tough battle on the defensive end to mark these LSU guards. Danny Carnegie only 1-3 in the first half, but making plays on the defensive end. Mia Woolfolk has also been a big force down low, battling on the offensive rebound, hitting shots from long two. Here you see her going against 6'5". Koval finishes an and one, and Georgia's gonna need more of Woolfolk and Carnegie here in the second half. Georgia's got to know when Flau'jae has the ball help side. All defenders have got to be able to see the ball. When these quick guards get to the bucket, help side has got to be there. Helping the helpers, got to rotate down to get these bigs. Georgia has a tough defensive assignment, and they have got to lock in as they're currently down 10 points heading into the beginning of the third quarter. Flau'jae is so dangerous in transition. She is quick, she is crafty, she is shifty. Here she splits two defenders, in and out hesitation, finishes high on the glass. An easy two in transition. And on the opposite side, Danny Carnegie with a hard rip and finish, and an opportunity at an and one. Danny Carnegie has been huge in the second half. She was huge in the second half of Texas A&M. She's been huge today with 2 threes early in the third quarter.
Johnson misses a clean look. Carnegie drives back the other way, stops, had her shot blocked by Flau'jae. Flau'jae pokes it ahead. Turkoff back. Contact. Flau'jae going to the line.
Turkoff frustrated. I thought it was pretty good defense. She went up, straight up in the air. The refs thought it was a little bit too much contact, so that'll be a foul on Turkoff.
But good to see Carnegie starting to heat up here.
That's right, turning her defense into offense. A big steal, takes it the whole length of the court on her own, steps into her three-point shot, and that's back-to-back threes for Danny Carnegie.
Full head of steam. No look pass, and Johnson goes over 1,800 points for her career.
Flau'jae Johnson, now the 9th player in LSU history to hit 1,800 career points. Congratulations to Flau'jae Johnson.
And what a play to get it on, and a spectacular pass by Flau'jae. Then Matt Stewart, Anne-Marie Armstrong, and what a personal battle we got going on. The game within the game, Elijah Flau'jae and Danny Carnegie.
I mean, these two guards, we knew it was going to be a battle. The guards for Georgia and the guards as well for the Tigers. And right now, Danny Carnegie with 22 points, shooting 8 of 21. She's had a little bit of a slow start from the three-point line, only 3 for 11. And Malaysia Flau'jae shooting almost 67% from the floor, 4 rebounds. These two guards have been going at it. And as you see at the bottom there, rest of Georgia 10 for 30, shooting 33% from the floor. Georgia's got to get a few more people involved. Trinity Turner's got to get going on the offensive end. And Mia Woolfolk looks like she might not be returning. We haven't seen her come back on the court. So a few of the bigs, Zencraft, Indoor, got to step up for Georgia here. 8 points down, they've hung in the game, and they've got to battle back. Enough on the pick and roll. The guards are just using the screen, getting into the paint. Georgia's bigs have got to be on top of the screen. That's too easy. No big there to show. Savannah Henderson buried underneath, and Georgia's bigs have got to know where these guards are and defend the pick and roll.
Flau'jae Johnson had 22 friends and family here in attendance at Stegman. Sprayberry High School, which she attended, is about an hour and a half from here, about 2 hours during rush hour traffic away from here. But she recently bought them a brand new locker room at her alma mater.
Yeah, there's some awesome footage on social media if you haven't seen, but just great to see someone of her personality, her caliber, giving back to her high school. Super excited to see the players go in there. They are just loved their locker room. So Flau'jae Johnson doing big things for her high school team. Flau'jae with 18 points. She was just called for a foul, but look at her finish over a 6'6" indoor, showing her athleticism, her length, and her ability to finish at the rim. All right, and looking at the scoring tonight, LSU 42 bench points, 46 paint points. Georgia only 5 points from the bench and 22 in the paint. Flau'jae Johnson showing she can shoot the 3 ball as well. Big 3 for Flau'jae Johnson. And then here, coming off the pick and roll, no one steps to her quick enough. Along to Flau'jae Johnson with 25 points.
A final of 80-59.
Flau'jae Johnson, the LSU Tigers, proved to be too much for the Georgia Bulldogs.